So to start with, my first question to you is that what is the correlation between ESG goals and a hybrid workplace?
So yeah, Sudarshan, ESG goals go beyond lowering the carbon footprint, and they have other comprehensive benefits as well. Each organization have their separate ESG goals and climate action targets. In a hybrid workplace scenario, the organizations connect more towards the sustainability aims. For example, the commute towards the office gets reduced, which eventually reduce their carbon emissions. So this will have impact in their scope 3 emissions of any company.
So when you say scope 3 emissions, what I understand is that carbon emissions can be broadly classified under 3 categories, that is scope 1, scope 2 and scope 3 emissions. I'm right?
Yeah, you're right.
So would you like to first explain us in detail what are these 3 types of emissions and then...
So scope 1 emissions, there are 3 scope of emissions, scope 1, scope 2 and scope 3. In scope 1 emissions, it is like generally what we buy for an organization in terms of fuel, fuel charges. And next comes the scope 2 emissions. Scope 2 emissions are what we use in a buildings, like power consumption, purchase of electricity comes under the scope 2. And scope 3 is everything beyond that. Say for example, employees commuting towards office, employees commuting towards any site visits, or the vendors supplying their products to us. So it's all the supply chain. So everything that comes under scope 3. Moving on to energy consumption, the energy gets consumed in a lesser way in a hybrid workplace than compared to a normal office, because the building footprint itself gets reduced in a hybrid workplace.
That is because hybrid workplaces do not operate at full capacity.
Yeah, right? Exactly, Sudarshan. So next is like, since a building footprint is reduced, our usage of materials in the interior fit outs will also be reduced, and we'll have less construction waste. So all this cater to the scope 2 and scope 3 emissions of any organization. So next is be like occupants' well-being. A flexible work schedule will promote productivity for the occupants, as well as it will enhance their work-life balance. So these strategies align well with S and E factors of ESG, fostering to social unity and environmental care.